Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we have a reading for Aquarius. It's been a while since I've done something for the astrology sign, so I wanted to start that up again. And I pulled from the Earth and Bone Oracle. We have number 14 and 15, so I feel like the proximity of those two numbers makes me think you've got something that happens faster than you anticipated, especially because the concepts on each card imply that there's something that you're hoping or praying for, a beginning that you want, an adventure that you want, a first step. So I feel like it's almost as if you ask for something, Aquarius, and then it happens. So there's like good stuff coming away or coming your way. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Good morning, Miss Joanna. How are you doing? So I think we're going to dive in with the Dragon Oracle. And then we'll move to the Tarot. And if you didn't see my pick a card reading yesterday, I have... First of all, it'll probably weird some of you out because when I do the pre-record, it's such a different format. There's like an intro and everything. But I think I forgot to raise the volume on it, so you might have to listen to it a little bit louder than normal. But it was kind of fun to do a pick a card again. I introduced two new decks that I have. They're little guys. The Everyday Witch Mini. And then we also have the Steampunk Tarot. So, more fun when we clarify. All right. Oh, I've seen this one before. I like this one. This is the Air and Water Dragon. Helps you connect to higher frequencies. Trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities, be open to enlightenment, and express your inner song. All right. Let's see. We're also going to grab one from the Fairy Godmother Oracle, and then I promise we'll get to tarot. Hello there, Dino. How are you doing? Blossoming. Yeah, so there is something here that you have been working towards making a reality. Shall we just go with the spring vibe and say some seed that you planted and now there's a flower growing there? Hello there, Redbeard. How are you doing? All right, I'm drawn to the Beginner's Tarot. What else do we have for Aquarius, please? We have 2 8s. And in general, that tells me that you're on the right path, even though it might be one that's a little bit like, I don't know that you necessarily saw yourself on this path. There's a sense here that you were drifting. You didn't really feel like you had a clear understanding of the environment or the setting. Maybe you started a new job, maybe you moved, maybe you started hanging out with a new group of people, but there was something here that was a little bit like, I don't know if I really have all the coordinates mapped out, like I don't know if I have the pulse on the situation or a good read on the people that I'm dealing with. And I feel like there was some sort of initial success or initial movement. For some of you, this was just, getting a job, starting a business. And then there were kind of like fears or doubts that took over your mind, and it made it a little bit less obvious to you that you were doing what you needed to do. So it's like a bit of a plateau. And I think Spirit wants you to keep going and have faith that things are going to go the way you want them to. For some of you, there was an issue here in terms of partnering with somebody that wasn't pulling their own weight. That could be romantic, but I'm getting more of a project vibe or like a goal. Some of you may have been renovating and gotten disappointed in your partner or spouse. But there's definitely a sense here that things came to a stop or movement forward stagnated. And it's because there was a falling out between two people where normally there is balance. It's disunion because of something kind of silly, something kind of like surface level, right? Making a mountain out of a molehill kind of thing. But now we have the Sun card in the upright position, which is excellent because that's the happiest card in the deck. So this feels to me like there's something that you discover or learn or find, and it brings back this hope or energy for you like, okay, I think this is doable now. Hello there, Lainey. How are you doing? So there's a sense here that somebody kept going, even though there were some obstacles or some setbacks. And as a result of that determination or that dedication, there are good rewards or results. We have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Setbacks. Yeah. Something was a bit of like a road bump, right? A speed bump. Just like, okay, am I doing the wrong thing here? Somebody may have been trying to cut corners or, cheat the system a little bit. And that might have been just a little bit of a warning, right? That could be the reason why we have a falling out here or some sort of tension. Page of Wands, Seven of Swords in the reverse, and apparently I get to keep the Five of Wands too. So that's interesting because we have 2 and 5. From the Page of Wands, it turns it into a 2. So I do feel like there's a sense here that there was a little bit of a battle, there was a disagreement, the wrong measurements were taken, the wrong information was provided, there was some sort of human error here, and it caused some drama. It caused some arguments. But what I do like about this is that in the middle there, we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, which indicates somebody, maybe being a little bit more honest than they were initially or coming clean. No more lies, right? Now, for some of you, this is I did something I thought I could do and I found out it was illegal or I couldn't do that. That wasn't allowed. And, I had a little bit of a setback there. But now I know the rules and now I can abide by that, right? Don't make me hungry. We know how that goes. Nine of Swords. Three of Cups in the reverse. Disloyalty, rejection, betrayal. Yeah, we have hopelessness under Nine of Swords, and the first card that came out, the first word on it is hope. So there's something here that is abating, something that is becoming more doable, solvable, but it's at the cost of probably a relationship or a friendship. Because it looks to me like somebody did you wrong. Like somebody told you the wrong thing, somebody advised you poorly, and it caused some grief here. With the Three of Swords, we have a sense that something is hard to let go, someone perhaps, but also an acknowledgement that if somebody isn't going to be honest with you or treat you the way you deserve to be treated, then you're not going to be sad over it, which is so perfect because it's coming out with the Five of Cups in the reverse. The Five of Cups in the upright, you can see he's kind of looking bummed, right? He's got a couple of cups that have spilled over. But in the reverse, this is somebody who realizes that's the natural course of life. You lose some people, you gain some people. You just have to be able to accept that wearing rose-colored glasses ends up being more painful than looking at the truth for what it is. And that Sun card is indicating that somebody showed their ass, right? Like somebody made it clear that they were not necessarily on the up and up, or they weren't willing to respect you the way that you deserve. So let bygones be bygones, right? Onward. All right, let's move over to, I always like using the Morgan Greer for Aquarius because of all the stars. I just think it's appropriate, so we'll use that one next. Wow, the Fool in the reverse. 7 of Cups in the reverse. So we have another 7. So we have 2 8s, 2 7s. I don't think we have any other doubles, but we do have the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. There's just, oh, and 2 3s right here. This feels to me like this is somebody that you did a lot with. Like, if you were in a relationship, you were at that point where, you kind of did everything together. If you were business partners, it was such a haul as far as getting everything set up that you maybe had gotten to the point where you were eating together or even just like relaxing together, like, hey, you want to go grab a drink? But there's something about this individual doing something that you would never have done. They did something without checking the rules, without having a conversation, without measuring twice, right? What is it? Measure twice, cut once. 8 of Cups. So because this person was almost like recklessly foolish, didn't think to check themselves, you see them for who they truly are. They can no longer lie to you. They can't misrepresent the situation because you witness something or you understand where they're coming from when they're trying to talk to you about this, and you just didn't want to deal with that drama anymore. Like, I don't know, man. Like, what's it like living in that weird world where nothing you do ever has consequences? Like, that's not the world I live in? We have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. So there's a sense of relief. If you haven't already felt it, the anxiety that you've been dealing with is going to evaporate because you have addressed the toxicity in your situation. It may not have been easy, and maybe some of you still have to have this conversation, but when you address this kind of toxicity, you show the universe that you understand what was holding you back. The 4 of Wands in the reverse, this is like not being able to achieve a milestone or a faulty foundation. And I feel like that's exactly what we had here. The universe wants you to succeed in something, but you were dealing with somebody that would have ruined that for you, prevented it for you, stolen from you. This was not the right person to have in your energy while you were working on building something great. Even if that's just, I'm going to be happy in my life. I'm getting rid of all of the people, like, going no contact. Let's just be clear. Going no contact with the people that don't show me respect so that I can have a more peaceful existence. Well, then if this person wasn't right for that utopia, they had to be shown the door, right? So this is an understanding of, if I feel overwhelmed and I know I'm not the reason that I feel overwhelmed, and this is preventing me from doing what I know I'm supposed to do, then I guess I have to move away from that person, right? We have the 9 of Cups, and I'm viewing this as whoever this was, they're maybe even calling you to your face selfish. I think they're going to gaslight you or try to emotionally manipulate you because in a way they do kind of see this as their meal ticket, but they don't deserve it, right? But I also am thinking back to the first couple of cards we had here, right? With this 9 of Cups, that's also wish fulfillment. And we have inspiration, hope, rejuvenation. Like, there's something here that seems lighter and more realistic. Like, there are less barriers to your success. With the Knight of Rods, there's a sense, this is Knight of Wands, by the way. There's a sense that somebody has renewed energy, right? Rejuvenation, like you're ready to take the bull by the horns and deal with this thing, make it work, and be successful. Nine of Wands. And Devil in the reverse. Good for you. This is you conquering what was holding you back. Even if it was as simple as fear or insecurity, um, an unwillingness to just take a gamble, you're ready. You're ready for battle. Not that you have to take anyone out, but I think this is whatever this is. For some of you, this could be moving away from a bad lifestyle, moving away from a bad partner, moving away from a bad job. That this was a serious influence on your energy and your ability to create what you're here to create. With the Knight of Swords in the reverse, I kind of get a sense here that we had kind of a quick reaction here. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, which is normally about collaboration. But what do we have? We have just one person there. So I feel like this is almost like throwing your arms up and saying, okay, that's whatever. I'm going to do everything myself. Who out there hated group projects in school? Anybody? Anybody? I did. I kind of feel like you and I have a little bit in common here, whoever you are, dear Aquarius, because I think you work hard. I think you're gifted. And I think when you set your sights on something that is meaningful, you don't want to just give up or let things get ruined, right? And look, you guys, I try to be amenable and friendly and understanding, but like also I'm not going to turn in like a C minus kind of project. Like, no, I don't care if I have to redo your work. I'm sorry if that makes me a total dickhead, but like, standards, okay? And I feel like that's what's coming through here, Aquarius. Like, if somebody wasn't going to do things above board or in a legal fashion, in a way where you didn't have to worry about, tax issues or being sued or a restraining order, whatever the hell it was, somebody here was just like, not it, right? Just not a good influence. And you were like, okay, if that's how you need to be to enjoy your life, you're going to need to enjoy it over there away from me because I have goals and I'm working towards them. I'm not going to let you or anybody ruin that for me. Six of Wands. So when you get rid of whatever had caused the faulty foundation, when you charge forward on your own, Six of Wands usually has other people. There's nobody else here. This is you. You're doing this. You're creating this success or this, viral sensation. Queen of Cups. Two of Wands in the reverse. All right, people. This might not be what some of you want to hear, but I'm going to tell you anyways, because that's my job. Hate me if you must. We have the Queen of Cups and we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. Hello there, Sharon. How are you doing? Welcome. So basically, I think there's going to be a love interest that is a distraction. And I guess what I would ask you all is make informed decisions, right? Do you want to make significant progress in this part of your life or in this part of your life? Sometimes what is required for greatness is sacrifice, right? So if you have some hot young thing coming in saying you look good in your jeans, but you know that that person is not a long-term person, what do? It's just a distraction. It's okay. I'm waiting for the right person, so why not entertain the wrong person? I'll tell you why. That's a good, like, serious bus trip to Karma Town. Like, I think some of you have somebody either coming back around that you already have emotions with or for, or you meet somebody who looks at you when you're having this success or things are starting to get back on track for you, and there's recognition or maybe even a little bit of chatter about how well you're doing or this thing that you are um, creating. This love interest is not long term, and you know it. There's something wrong. Like, look at the gloves. I'm very drawn to the gloves. We have very different colored gloves. In fact, if you are an artist, you know these are opposite on the color wheel. That's why orange and blue look so good together. This is like you think somebody's hot, but you can't stand certain things about them. Like, maybe your politics are completely different. Maybe, one wants kids, one's not interested. Maybe somebody's already in a relationship and doesn't tell you. Like, this is a trap. I I know we all have fun expectations for if you're in the northern hemisphere, summertime, but I would encourage you to focus on what's in front of you in terms of your goals and not get distracted, because this looks like somebody who would create another setback for you. And it might just be that this is somebody who you enjoy their company a little bit to the detriment of whatever else you're working on, right? For some of you, you're going for an education, like certificate or some sort. This person is a distraction. We have the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Princess of Swords. When you walk away from people that do not help you pursue what is important to you, it gives you strength. It demonstrates your priorities to the universe, and then they think to themselves, whoever they are, yeah, maybe Zeus, I don't know. Yay, look over there. It looks like Johnny really gets it. Oh, look it. I think Linda's really focused. Is it time? It's time. Yeah, let's oh wait, no. Blessed. All right, who's next? Like, you gotta be conscientious of that, right? Well, good morning to you, Miss Tiana. Hello, Pharaoh. How are you doing? Yeah, I guess I would just like, we don't want to be like social climbing, clout chasing a-holes, right? Like, that's not what we're about here. If you are, like, there's another channel out there for you. Um, this is about building something for yourself. Some of you may be building a home, some of you may be building a career, some of you, you know what I mean? Like, there's something here that you are very drawn to, that you are very focused on, but somebody already kind of slipped it up for you. You walked away from this, and now you're coming out as the Queen of Pentacles, where originally we had you as the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody who wasn't really getting that, far towards their goal. But this Princess of Swords, that's like the Page of Swords. This is telling me where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So we got that. I don't know, maybe she's smoking. I don't know. But this looks to me like if you're going to draw your sword, it's because you're going to battle. It's because you know something needs to be cut out. So this Queen of Pentacles is you, as long as you know that if something isn't right, you can walk away from it, right? And you don't have to be an ass about it, right? You can just say, look, you're hot, really hot. Probably gonna think about you, you know? But like, it's just not right, Like, there's something here that's not a good fit in terms of your lifestyle or mine or your schedule or whatever it is. And I'm really focused on what I'm trying to build right now. So, as much as I appreciate you and your fine ass, I can't, right? Like, I hope you can respect that. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Indeed, Pharaoh. Yes, indeed. So, be cautious. Where there's smoke, there's fire. If you know that it isn't going to get you closer to your goals and it isn't helping you maintain peace in your life, then it is a distraction. It is a potential setback. Three of Swords. So it might be a little bit difficult. You might feel like, oh, do I really have to say no? But if you don't say no, there's worse issues down the road. For some of you, this is like, hey, you're about to hit it big as a musician or an artist, and this person would feel threatened by your success and therefore seek to undermine it, right? Like, how many of you out there have dealt with somebody who's jealous and feels like you're spending too much time doing something else, right? Like, video games, anyone? Right? Like, there's a need to have that similar approach or understanding that, hey, if you love me and I love you, then we support each other in those passions that we have that help make us a better person, right? That build this stability, this success. So don't be the devil in the upright. Don't be something that distracts me or pulls me away from something that's important to me. So we have the Fool, the Five of Wands in the reverse. I like to see that. Except for now, I think I know what is really being said here. Let's see what the third one is. And the Five of Swords. Yep. Okay. So, Aquarius, let's talk. Do you ever self-sabotage? I think we all have at some point, right? So here's you starting something amazing, building a new life, leaving things in the past that are no longer for you, feeling like things are going the right way, right? New beginning, success. And then we have Five of Wands in the reverse. What is this? This is inner conflict. This is you not fighting with other people. You're fighting with yourself. And this is clarifying our lovely Queen of Cups here. I've been trying to leave the gender out of it because I don't think that this is leaning one way or the other. I think we have a pretty even split here in terms of however you identify going through the situation. But you know this Queen of Cups. I'm also kind of surprised she didn't come out as the Queen of Wands, honestly. There's something here, but it's not the right fit. That's why we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. And then we have the Five of Swords. I mean, let me just get all up in here, you guys. Look at that. We got people walking away like, man, F this. I don't want to do this anymore. This is a situation that causes another setback. This is another test. Hey, you just dealt with a setback. Let's serve up another one and see if you know not to go down that path, right? Hello there, Miss Christina. How are you doing? All right, so yeah, I can't go without my situations deck, you guys. I just love it so much. What else do we have for Aquarius, please? Ooh, happiness and drama queen. You know what I really zeroed in on for this drama queen card is thirsty. So especially if you're in your calling, especially if you're doing quite well, you become more attractive to other people, right? You become a magnet. You're drawing in opportunities, you are creating something important. And then here comes this person who's jealous, right? And I feel like it's jealous of whatever gets your time. So there's just a potential here that you're going to get distracted by somebody who doesn't support your goals because they are obsessed with you. And maybe some of you like having people obsessed with you? I mean, I don't think it's necessary. I feel like just good old-fashioned love is nice. This is somebody who is going to guilt trip you. I don't like that. So interesting that we have realization coming up underneath the sunflower, because the sun can also mean becoming aware or enlightenment, right? So I do feel like this happiness helps you see things more clearly. You may be trusting your intuition more than you previously did, for example. But then we have financial support and cleansing in the reverse. This is like, hey, guess what? I just cleaned my apartment or my house and it's like sparkling, man. Like I could eat off the toilet. It is just so clean. And then somebody who's been like mud wrestling walks through it. And you're like, no. This person, whoever might look kind of hot for you, this person's going to be a drain on your finances. This person could try to baby trap you or um, find some way to make you responsible for something financially. This is like undoing the walking away that you did in this 8 of Cups. That's not the right energy for me, so I'm going to leave. You guys, the sooner we get to the point where we accept that being alone is not being lonely, that's where you find true happiness. Because like you can't just view it as hopping from one bus to the next until you get home, right? Like finding love is often about finding the strength to be happy by yourself so that it isn't a codependent kind of relationship. So that's what I would focus on if that's not already top of mind for you. All right, let's see. I'm going to go with the Egyptian tarot, actually. What else do we have for Aquarius, please? Dang, that Three of Swords has come out 3 times, and then we have the Ace of Cups and the reverse. Spirit is like, okay, but did they get the message? No, but like, did they understand it? No, but like, are they going to listen? Because like, what we really wanted to express is that if they pursue something with this person that they know is not the right fit for them, it will be heartbreaking. It will be difficult. It will be another karmic lesson. So don't do it. Please, Aquarius. Page of Swords in the reverse. This is the same card, but in reverse. So in other words, if you don't see the smoke where, there's probably fire there, then it is going to turn into a problem, because Page of Swords in the reverse could be, for example, like tax issues. We have financial support right here, legal issues. Don't do it. I'm sorry, I have to say this, even though there's something that tells me that it could be offensive to some people. I love you all. Please don't take offense. But like, there's this saying out there that says, don't put your dick in crazy. And I don't really like calling people crazy, but we do have the drama queen out here with the obsession card. So like, you maybe don't even have a dick, right? But the saying still applies, okay? Like, don't mix your sexual energy with people that are going to napalm your life, okay? Like, I don't care how good that sex is going to be. But, free will. You got to do what you want, which could be free willy. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. So focus, focus, focus. And then we have the Hanged Man. Okay, so this is an interesting iteration of the Hanged Man. Here we have somebody who is sacrificing a cow. And normally on the Hanged Man, we actually have somebody who is in a tree, right? Hanging upside down, showing enlightenment. This is saying you are already too smart to ignore the warning signs here. You know that to date this person would be a sacrifice to the other things, right? This would be like, oh, well, I worked really hard to make $10,000 on a deal for my new business. And my crazy girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, is making me spend half of that on a trip that I don't really want to do, or on a ring that I don't really want to buy, like, "Eee." Run. This person is going to set you back. Here's our Six of Wands again, you guys. So these two are the same cards surrounding the Fool. If you embark on this journey by yourself, you will not be lonely, but you got to be selective. See, like, you see Anubis at the top there? Doesn't it look like you have to get through like a whole maze to get to him? Like, that's how you should be. If you've been working on yourself and clearing out the toxicity and you're building an empire or building your dream, you deserve to have somebody next to you that has that same level of ambition or drive or success, right? Or at least somebody who would be supportive, right? King of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who would make you feel guilty about pursuing what you're supposed to be doing, right? Like, not everybody's cut out to be dating a musician, dating an actor, dating a politician, like there are just some situations or lifestyles that prove really difficult for the kind of like clingy energy or the prone to jealousy kind of energy. So I really feel like Aquarius, the sign here is be picky, okay? Don't get caught up in a like romantic, i.e., sexual situation, unless it's somebody that actually meshes with your life, right? Nice. You guys are setting up crews. Wait, who's in my crew? All right, let's just get a couple from the zodiac fortune telling cards for you, Aquarius, and then we'll call it a day. What else do we have for Aquarius, please? You are going on a long, safe journey. So maybe that's why it's important to avoid the relationships, right? If you're going somewhere, somebody may not be a fan of that, right? Why would you leave me? Because I got goals, okay? Oh, did you flip over? All right, this next one I want for the lucky number, because I feel like there's something here about you needing to kind of keep your eyes peeled for a number. Number 3. That's funny. We've definitely been seeing 3s a lot. So keep your eyes peeled. Number 3 is going to be helping you in terms of what is meant for you. So I feel like both of these messages are for you. We have a woman will soon invite you to her home, and this visit will bring you good luck. Success and business is in store for you. There's also number 66 at the bottom, so that might be important for you as well. We did have 6 of Wands twice here, which is kind of cool. Be careful of a blonde you know. And it's right next to this card, you guys. Look at it's a blonde. Ah! Like, honestly, most of the Queen of Cups cards that I have, she is not blonde. So that's interesting. Don't say you weren't warned. Hasty news. You're going to get some information that's unexpected. I think it's an opportunity to travel or intern somewhere, maybe even move. And you're meant to go for that. And this person could potentially stand in the way of that. So, You do you. Don't let anybody influence you, right? You've got your intuition. Even if you disagree with me, you got to listen to your heart. But I would like to help you avoid a bump in the road or a setback if I could. So thank you, Aquarius. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.